That is fat.
Any ideas?
So you're gonna let an Asian do it?
How are you, Uncle? How's
Alright,
things?
Uncle.
Keeping safe?
Yeah, I'm always safe. Yeah, I can't catch it twice.
So, what do you reckon on the new lip?
I like it because the other one's too low.
Yeah, it done my head in, man.
Yeah, it's way too low. It's not practical. You know.
It done my head in. I reckon it looks, this lip looks heaps better than the other one because there was no side skirts or repods.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Yeah, it suits the stock body more.
I wish we were like the Americans.
Supras are not meant to have a front number plate.
No.
You know what I mean?
I wish we were like the Americans, just the rear.
Yeah.
And that's another thing is I've got because it's a JDM Supra, it's got
The holes.
the holes, and because we've got these small number plates, it's just got this massive gap at the back. So,
Yeah. So the US gets all the good stuff.
yep.
But they
Even
don't
the
get
turbos.
the GTRs. You don't have the GTRs.
Wait, they will soon though. They've already got the 32.
We gotta be for it's old school. It's old news for us.
Yeah, we're on barrows now. So we're down at Uncle's just for a regular service. Yes, I could change it myself, but I like coming here because one, I haven't seen Uncle in a while, and I'm sure you guys haven't as well. Catch up with him. And the other thing that I like is when I get it serviced here, he just double checks that everything's all good, there's no issues, which is kind of bad at the same time because it seems like every time I come he finds something and I don't want to spend any more money, man.
No, but I think he doesn't want to do it because he couldn't be bothered getting up in the car. That's he's made all these excuses. Really, he couldn't be stuffed. He couldn't be bothered with it.
Well, you're a mechanic, mate, so if you find something that's...
I always find something. You know that.
It's a Supra, you're going to
Yeah.
find something.
Yeah, it needs a big single.
that.
Yeah, there's something wrong with that. Need a bottle of NOS.
And I actually want to look at this exhaust system because it is really quiet, which I'm not complaining about in a way because Performance Exhaust Center done this exhaust and they've done a really awesome job because I did say I didn't want it to be too loud. They did say that, dude, I'm telling you, if we make this quiet, you're not going to like it. High flow cat, yeah?
Yeah, you got a high flow cat,
And
you got a muffler,
a muffler,
and a cannon.
a cannon,
Yeah.
which we've got a HKS Super Dragger, which I'm guessing that absorbs a lot of that noise, yeah, as well? Or not?
Yeah, they're normally very quiet exhaust already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if we were to make this louder, what would you do? Nothing really, eh? Because
You want to make it loud? You remove the that muffler there.
The
Yep.
rear muffler.
That rear muffler, just run a pipe straight through. Yeah.
And will that still be street legal? And what's that? Is that a 2.5? I can't even remember what they done.
Yeah, that looks like no, that's 3.
That's
that
a
looks
3?
like 3, and it goes to 3.5 here. That looks like 3.5. Yeah.
Is the exhaust restrictive?
I don't think it's restrictive. It looks fine to me. It's not like you're making power. Power. It's stock, all right. It's stock. It's stock.
It's
right?
BPU,
that's
mate.
Plenty.
BPU.
Yeah, that's plenty.
That's what BPU stands for.
Yes.
The middle bit, plenty.
Yeah. I'm a bitch. That's what it stands for. I'm a bitch.
So the number plate we just stuck on temporarily just to get me by, but we got to take it off because I don't want to scratch this grill here, and we'll see what Uncle can do with his magic, because it wasn't even sitting straight anyway. I measured this one and the other one, 1 inch difference.
Yeah, an inch is a lot.
For a
Believe
driveway,
me,
for a driveway, it
an
is,
inch
mate.
is a lot. That's all I'm asking for.
Of course, every time I come here, there's a chaser on a dyno.
Yeah, I had 4 chases this week, so yeah, I'm over it.
Let me guess, all valve stem seals?
Yes, valve stem seals. One after another valve stem seals.
Maybe it's just that they're all going through it now.
Yes, it's valve stem seals and timing belt. Yeah, so
wow.
they're all hitting around 100,000 Ks now.
A couple of months ago, we went to Heisman Steering because we had some issues with the steering. It was making some really bad noises lock to lock, and the boys had it for 4 days and they fixed the issue. What was happening was the actual sway bar was moving completely because the sway bar bushes were actually pretty loose, and they fixed that up. I think the only thing that we have to replace now is the steering rack, I think.
This is why I don't go for non-ethane bushes. I stay with factory because they last long. These things, they wear out, and you got to keep. You got to lubricate them all the time. So you got to pull them out.
Yeah. And they're not factory, eh?
Nah, see, you replaced it with the non-ethane bushes. See?
Yeah.
So they've pumped a lot of lubricant in there.
But massive shout out to Heisman's for getting that done, because they were flat out busy, and I just rocked up and I was like, dude, is there anything you can do? And they're like, man, honestly, bring the car back tomorrow, and if you don't need it urgently, we'll sit there and analyze the whole car for a whole day, which I was more than happy for them to have, and I really appreciate it, guys. I'll put a link down this video of Heisman Steering if you want to get any suspension work done or wheel alignment for any of your cars, either daily, V8 muscle, JDM, Euro, even supercars as well.
Yes. Those guys, they know exactly what they're doing.
They've been in the game for like 30 years.
Oh yeah.
Another thing that I've got waiting is the tail shaft center bearing. I contacted Kieran from OEM from JDM, and it's coming from Japan, which should be coming next week. That needs to be replaced as well, because every time I change gears, you can hear this, like, I'd say like a massive thump. I wasn't sure where it was coming from, but we found out that the issue might be the tail shaft center bearing. So I'm waiting for that to come from Japan, slowly getting there. That was one of the things I wanted to get done, was the front lip. I think another thing that I would like to get is the stereo is a bit, how you going, it's a bit old, and the speakers as well. Not that I actually crank music in this thing, because really I just want to hear the car and hear the turbo.
Just taking a piss.
Time of the month for Lynn.
Yeah. Well, at least she's not aggro.
Uncle, what oil do 2Js run, GTEs?
Well, they normally run like a 1030. If it's
1030?
stock,
Semi-syn, fully synthetic?
Those, you can go either, but you got to be careful. Some seals don't like full synthetic oil.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they can leak.
Yeah.
If you modify them, you wind up the boost, or you run them hard, you go for like a 40 oil.
Yeah.
A little bit higher.
Yeah.
It all comes down to bearing clearances and how hard you drive it.
And obviously the age of the engine as well, yeah?
The age of the engine, yes, plays a role as well.
Well, we done a recal on this 2-3 years ago.
Yep.
So that's still running the same oil from then, or?
Yeah, you can run it at 40, because if you use it if you do a lot of high speed, yeah. On
Like
open
highway
road,
driving?
Highway
Highway,
driving,
yeah.
you normally go 10 up.
Yeah.
You know, the higher the number, the more protection you have. If you go too thick, then it's harder to move everything around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because the oil is quite thick, and thick oil, it takes time for it to move around.
So if I said to you, Uncle, I'm doing a track day,
Yes,
would you put the same oil or different oil?
you go up.
By how much? Depends, eh?
Yeah, depends on what. Yours is pretty like if you're constantly on it all the time, you know, you go up at least a 10. You can go all the way to a 50.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Yeah. That way, you know, your engine will survive because oil thins out as it heats up.
Yep.
Yeah, so you gotta remember that. Yeah, and if you run thicker oil, when you start up, you gotta wait to it warms
Because
up.
it'll take longer for the to get to optimum temperature.
Yes, the thick oil takes longer because it absorbs more heat as well. You know, so it takes longer to thin out.
So Uncle's got an idea how we can place the number plate here. So what he's actually done is we've undone these bolts, and then he's gonna put a bracket that comes out to hold the number plate there, so then we don't have to have it sitting here. You know what the HCS stands for, yeah?
Yeah.
Honda Car Sales.
Yes, we've got to drill holes and we've got to tap it. Animal! Yeah, like I bought one. There's somewhere here, let me find the hole. There.
Well, that looks heaps better than where it was before.
Danny, everything looks better without cable ties.
Everything looks better without cable ties and when Uncle touches it.
Hey, you know what? That. You gotta go black. Hang on. That stands out too much. If it ain't rattling, you're not doing it hard enough.
Ta-da! Nice and painted. Now it sits better.
All water lines.
Yay!
Huh?
Why,
Yeah, it is quiet. Get that titanium exhaust that you were talking about.
How good does it look in the sun, eh? Doesn't say it much. Oh yeah?
And I blew the plug right in.
You reckon I can just grab that hose, get that skirt blew off?
Yeah. Oh, why don't you, instead of getting all, I was going to say, instead of getting all over your car, but your car's already dirty.
Already dirty.
Now with the oil and the oil filter. Want a rag, a tissue, or something?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I've got some racing tissue here. It's used, but it's alright.
Australia, mate. Bunch of magpies and birds. Yeah, you don't want to leave that on for too long, man. Alright, Uncle.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for today.
No
Take
worries.
it easy, be
Yep.
safe. Phil,
Danny.
it was good seeing you as well. Take it easy. See you, Mum.